The apocalypse is upon us, children. It's what's happening to us. We're shouting ourselves to death.
A longtime fixture of Manhattan streets and parks, the Reverend Billy preaches against what he sees as America's deadliest sin.
Stop your consumption. Slow down that $4 latte buying habit.
His real name is Bill Talon, and he's made it his mission to spearhead a charge against big box stores and retail chains by standing outside them and spreading the gospel on the dangers of consumerism.
Don't spend $4 on a latte.
He's very loud. He's not actually a reverend, but his method of activism/performance art is a real attention getter.
Hallelujah, that's good. Walk on by.
Outside of Starbucks, one of his favorite targets, he tries to get people to stop going in with mixed success.
That's the den of iniquity. Those are sinners in there, child.
Not everyone stops, but everyone hears him.
You got a good hustle there, kid.
In fact, it's hard at first to not feel like you're being hustled. He's a difficult guy to interview.
What should we be worried about?
This sea of identical details. This mermaid with no nipples. She's everywhere. She's following me around.
I'm not getting anywhere being so open-ended, so I try to pin him down to a specific question. I'm hoping I can get him to break character by having him explain something nuanced.
So is there a connection between freedom of speech and consumerism? Are they discrete ideas, or are they sort of the same?
Is this the school of journalism, which is that you drop back and ask the most obvious question that you can possibly think of?
Reverend Billy turns into Bill Talon with a vengeance. I get the sense immediately that he sees through my game. He catches me red-handed trying to hustle a hustler.
We need to be addressing this issue in a way that people understand it.
Reverend Billy understands that sermons speak louder than simple words. But Bill Talon is in there too. And it's Bill that finally answers my question about consumerism and freedom of speech.
Thousands upon thousands of American communities have been bombed by big box stores. And their main streets are shuttered and they're dark. And the big box store is outside of town, and it simulates Main Street. And people go in there and they don't have any First Amendment rights.
This is his real talent. Throughout our whole conversation, he morphs back and forth as if he knows that some things are best said by Bill, while others can only be preached by the Reverend.
It's an Orwellian nightmare! There's too many Starbucks in this world!
When we get back to the NPR office, we chat a little bit more, and he turns out to be a very nice guy. And just as we're wrapping up, his eye catches the front page of a New York newspaper.
Damn, did you see this?
It's a photograph of a memorial service for a recently slain New York police officer. Reverend Billy is clearly disturbed by it.
These Nuremberg-style funerals.
It depicts a sea of uniformed police, lined up in neat rows at attention as the procession goes by.
This militaristic subculture that's built up is just... I don't know what to do about that.
He seems to actually be pondering what to do. And it's not hard to imagine him standing outside a police station instead of a Starbucks a year from now, screaming at people passing by. Maybe as Sergeant Billy or whoever else he thinks might be able to get your attention. Win Rosenfeld for the Bryant Park Project.